With the new Ahsoka series sets being announced over the last couple days, and I must say I am really excited about this. Especially the T6 shuttle with the brand new Sabine minifigure and Ahsoka with arm printing. But besides from that, so I don't get distracted too much, I figured that now is about the best time to have a look back at some of the best and some of the worst LEGO Star Wars sets of 2023. But please remember, this is all down to my personal opinion, so please don't hate me if we don't agree on something, okay? And if I didn't include your favourite set of this year in this part, I am sorry, but we can always do part 2. But this year as a whole has been pretty decent in my eyes as a LEGO Star Wars fan. No crazy overpriced ATST sets this year, but there have certainly been some lackluster sets. But generally speaking, compared to some other themes within LEGO, I don't think Star Wars fans will be too disappointed with this year as a whole. So in no particular order, let's get started and look at some of the better releases so far this year. The Battle of Endor Heroes, as well as the Pirate Snub Fighter, both came out back in May. And I know a few of you don't quite love the Snub Fighter, saying it's too expensive, that there's not enough minifigures, etc. Personally though, from my point of view, I really do think LEGO got everything right with this one. I think the minifigures are both very detailed. The only annoyance is the fact that they have the same face, but otherwise there's leg printing and so much detail in general just for $35. And that's also matched with the quality of the Snub Fighter itself. I'd say there's a real high resemblance from the Mandalorian show to the actual LEGO set. So I really don't feel like LEGO are lacking anything with this set. It's definitely one of the better releases this year. And also, as I mentioned a minute ago as well, the Battle of Endor Heroes also came out at the same time. I'm a really big wimp for brickheads. I just love the whole concept of them in general, and I was certainly very surprised when I first saw this set announced. I didn't expect to get another brickhead this year after the release of the Tusken Raider back in January, and to be a 5-pack it certainly did catch me off guard, but it was definitely a very welcome surprise. The Ewok and R2 have to be my favourite in this set. I love Luke of course, but the Ewok and R2, I'm guessing just because they're slightly smaller. Don't get me wrong, they're just so cute. I really do love this set and I can't wait to get a hold of it myself, and it's probably up there with some of the best brickhead releases of all time. So if we flip the good for the bad and now get onto our first batch of some of the worst sets released so far this year. And first up we have a set which just isn't even out yet, but it's just about to be released. But the redesigned Yoda Starfighter just really isn't doing it for me. I don't see the point in re-releasing a set from 6 years ago with basically no changes. Yes, the minifigures and design of the ship vary slightly, but it's just a very basic Master Yoda, and you can get better R2s from sets like Luke's Dagobah Jedi Training. $35 is just way too expensive for this sort of set, and I'm certain we'll most likely see this set on sale for basically the whole of its lifetime. I just really don't understand LEGO's logic here. It is a nice set, but it's just too expensive, and it's basically a copy and paste of what they've done before. But next up, you'll be happy to know that we're moving back onto the good stuff. And when I say I'm excited about this set, boy is that an understatement. There's only one more set that I can't wait for more than this one this year, and if you're a regular, you will know which set I'm on about, but we'll both have to wait till further along in the video for that one. But Ahsoka's 330-second Clone Battle Pack is edging closer and closer to release, and I just can't wait. I'm a big fan of the Clone Wars, and even in throwbacks in shows such as Tales of the Jedi, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I first heard about this set coming out later in the year. Initially, I genuinely thought it was just hyped up clickbait. But no, LEGO are certainly delivering with Star Wars releases in the latter end of 2023. 4 minifigures with a small build, Captain Vaughn, as well as 3 other 330-second clone troopers. I think this set is very well priced at $20, and I'd even say it was still well priced if it just had 3 minifigures. But I do feel sorry for everyone that spent hundreds buying loads of the armoured assault tanks just to build a clone army of Ahsoka's troopers back in the day. That would have cost you a fortune, and I do really feel sorry for you. So that was a bit of a mugging there from LEGO.
Wow!
But this set definitely qualifies to be on today's best list and will definitely be a big hit amongst fans, and in particular army builders and just Clone Wars fans in general. So next up is probably my most hated set of this year. Hate's a very strong word, so that's probably pushing it a little bit, but I really do wish LEGO didn't release this set. And it's literally just been announced, so for me to already feel like this is quite strong. I hope when it is released and I do maybe see it in store or some videos online, maybe my opinion can sway a bit. And I'm so sorry if you do want this set, but for $210, this Chewbacca, I'm gonna call it a busk. It's just a real big fat no for me. I mean, it just looks awkward to look at, and I think there's so much, even outside of Star Wars, in which you can better spend $210 on. Something like Luke's land speeder would be a much better spend for the same price. So sadly, the newly announced Chewbacca UCS style busk, yeah, that was a bit of a mouthful to say, but it isn't going in the good books today. And without giving too much more hate to this set, the more I look at it, the harder it gets to look at for me. So I better move on, and we'll go back to the good stuff then. But a set which definitely will go into the good books this year is 2 of the helmet releases. I'm sure you know which ones I'm already on about, but they could potentially be some of the last ever to be released by LEGO. But Commander Cody and Captain Rex are the helmets that I'm on about. I love the LEGO helmet range. I own this Rex, but I haven't gotten Cody yet. But trust me, I can't wait till my birthday just so I can get my hands on him. But they're both huge successes in my eyes. Both very well-known characters amongst Star Wars fans. I know there's a debate about the accuracy and a few other things here and there, but without looking too much into details, if you just take a step back and look at them as a fan, they're truly both wonderful sets. It's a massive win on that one from LEGO in my eyes, and definitely a set that I know has gone down very well in general for LEGO, even with the small few little issues. So with this next set for the worst sets this year so far, I've gone with the upcoming Spider Tank. I debated for a long time on which side of the list that I was going to put this set on. Yes, there's a really cool new Bo-Katan minifigure, but otherwise I think this set is just lacking in general. The concept is pretty good, but there's just so much detail lacking in my eyes, and there could have been better scenes to pick for sets for season 3 of The Mandalorian. But whether it's the Darksaber or the Spider Tank itself, I don't think LEGO quite matched the scene from The Mandalorian, and therefore sadly today this set just isn't doing it for me, and that's why I've decided to add it onto the worst list. But again, a bit of a common theme with LEGO nowadays, I do think this set is quite overpriced. Sticking with the bad stuff for the moment, I next bring to you all of the new Star Wars mechs. I know they look cool, and in particular you get a new very detailed Boba Fett minifigure, but I just don't think the mech suits Star Wars. I know that they're very common amongst Marvel, because you have ones such as like Hulk and Rocket off the top of my head, and even Thanos thinking about that, but I genuinely feel that LEGO have literally just gone copy and paste with this. They don't relate to anything that we've seen within Star Wars, and I don't feel like they fit the vibe of what we do get with LEGO Star Wars. So for me, sadly, as much as I'll probably end up buying them all, today they're going down as some of the worst sets released this year. Now let's end this video on the greatest of highs, and finally I can get to it, but it's the best LEGO set released of this year, and in my eyes it's the best LEGO set release since the original came out all the way back in 2014. Yes, there is a lot of bias in this opinion. Yeah. But the newly designed Ghost and Phantom, if you know me, you'll know very well that I'm a huge Rebels fan. It's probably my favourite show within Star Wars. In fact, I can tell you for certain it is my favourite show, and therefore the Ghost and the Phantom, along with the likes of Kanan, Ezra, Hera, Sabine, Chopper, even Zeb and Kallus, they all stand very high amongst my opinion. They're definitely my favourite characters within Star Wars. But I do as well think this set is incredibly well valued in today's market, as it's just $160. It won't be releasing till September, but trust me, when it does, you know that I'm going to be in the queue for the LEGO store that morning at the front of it to get this on release. I'm excited to get a new Chopper, and especially excited about Jason, aka Hera and Kanan's son. The fact that LEGO didn't release the Phantom as an add-on set to get separately with this speaks volumes to me as a fan, and for once it looks like they're actually just not trying to drag every penny out of everyone's pocket, and they're actually providing for us as fans. But yeah, I just can't wait for this one to be released in September. It's certainly my favourite set that LEGO are releasing this year, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree as well, but it is a very brilliant design, and it's only $160. And the quality doesn't look lacking, especially when you compare it to the original. Okay, so I know I haven't gone through every set releasing this year. I didn't want to drag out this video too long and leave you with a half-an-hour video, but there's a lot more notable sets that I haven't covered, such as the new Yavin base and the dioramas, but that is the joy of YouTube, so I'll probably do it. But if you do want me to do a part 2, let me know down below, and I will get the rest of this year's sets covered, such as even the new Ahsoka releases, but I haven't put them in today's video because I just haven't had enough time to look at them yet. But what's your thoughts on the best and worst sets LEGO have released this year? I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts. But anyways, thanks for watching, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!